Welcome back to my channel Simplifying Business Studies. Myself Kashish Salwani, your business studies teacher. I'm here with this very wonderful part 5 of chapter 6 of your book, that is staffing. So in our previous session we studied the last topic called training. So just to recapitulate, what is training? Training refers to a process by which attitude, skills, and abilities of employees to perform a specific job are increased. It is one process of learning new skills and application of that same knowledge. It attempts to improve someone's performance on their current job and prepare them for any intended job. So training equips a person with all the necessary skills required to do one job perfectly. So this is what training is, and we also understood its benefits. Benefits to the organization and benefits to the employees. In this session, we will understand the methods of training. So there are two different types of training methods: on the job training and off the job training. The very first thing we will do is on the job training methods. So as the name is so suggestive, it refers to the methods that are applied at the workplace where the employee is actually working. It means learning while doing. That means while you are doing a job, once you are employed in an organization, you will learn certain things that will help you to do that same piece of work which is already being given to you perfectly and more effectively and more efficiently. So on the job means while doing a job. Learning while doing is the only thing how you can explain this kind of training. Off the job training method is, again, this is also so suggestive. These are conducted in separate from the job environment. Study material is supplied. There is full concentration on learning rather than performing, and there is freedom of expression also. So this is one method where the uh, person is given training much before he actually works. He actually put that into use. So basically this is learning before doing. Okay, so this is how you can differentiate between these two things: learning while doing and learning before doing. So here person can have better freedom of expression because he is not at his workplace. So there is less pressure, there is more learning, there is more comfortability where he can perform better. So there is no pressure to perform, so only learning is concerned. So definitely this provides better environment, better learning opportunities to the person. Now, what is included under these two things? Uh, on the job training methods include apprenticeship training, internship training, induction or orientation training, and off the job training includes vestibule training. So, the first one is apprenticeship training. So, under this, the trainee is placed under the supervision of an experienced person we call master worker, who imparts him necessary skills and regulates his performance. So apprenticeship training program is a method where uh, one person learns under another person who is expert in his work, and he constantly supervises him. He's constantly regulates him how that work has to be done. So while doing the work, he learns, he improves his efficiency. So trainee is given not the salary but an stipend, but an amount which is much lesser than your salary. We call it stipend. While learning, so that he can enjoy earn while you learn scheme. Okay, so this is a kind of amount which compensates all his regular expenses. Next point under this is generally the apprenticeship training is given to the technical staff. Which kind of people who are given this kind of training? Generally, those who are in mechanics, electricians, craft person like carpenters, painters, welders. All these people, they work under certain experts who have a similar experience, and they work for 4 to 5 years under them, and they learn to work individually or independently after this period of time of training. So this is apprenticeship training. Next, internship. So this is one word which you all are very familiar with. So internship, under this method, an educational institute enters into an agreement with an industrial enterprise for providing practical knowledge to its students by sending them to the business organization for gaining practical experience. So it is one thought nowadays that uh, only theoretical knowledge is not enough. How that knowledge is to be applied into the real field, this is very important. So for this purpose only internship training is being bought. So what it is done, what how it is done, like there is a contract, there is a agreement between certain educational institutes and certain organizations who need personnel, who need staff. So while these people are employed to into those organizations, they they are given real time the real time projects so that they can have hands-on experience onto that project, so that they can learn about how the knowledge they have, you know, how the knowledge they have achieved, they have received in their educational institutions, how that will be applied in the real field. Simply, the training is conducted to offer a practical knowledge to the students, lasting generally this internship training lasts for a few months. These trainings are conducted for certain courses like engineering, medical, management. So generally, these are the courses which compulsorily gives internship training to their students, because it is very important that practical experience should be given to the student before they start working. So this is internship training. Next is orientation. What is basically orientation? Orientation means saying goodbye to the old and saying hello to the new. That means your introduction, your induction to the new organization. So this is induction training. Induction training is a type of training given to help the new employee in settling down quickly into the job by becoming familiar with the people surrounding the job and the business. So once any person joins an organization, he's given a brief introduction about the organization, the people who we will be working with, the surrounding, the job, the business, everything which he needs to be familiar with. Duration of such type of training maybe few hours to few days, like how much time a person will take to be familiar with the organization. Sometimes it is few hours and sometimes it is few days, not more than that. Induction provides a good opportunity to socialize and brief the newcomer with the company's overall strategy, performance standards, expectations. Also, if carefully done, it saves time, cost in terms of effectiveness and efficiency. So induction provides an opportunity to the employee so that he can, be familiar with everything around him. So this definitely give him a glimpse about what strategies followed in this organization, what is the performance expectation, what are the standards people follow. So what expectations he comes with in an organization. Generally a new employee gets familiar with all these things, and also if it is done properly, definitely it saves a lot of time and cost, thus it is more effective and more efficient for the organization. Next one is vestibule training, which comes under of the job training. So vestibule training is a term for near the job training, as it offers access to something new, In vestibule training, workers are trained in a prototype environment or dummy environment, we can say, on specific jobs in the special parts of the plant. An attempt is made to create a working condition similar to the actual workshop condition. After training workers in such condition, trained workers may be put on similar jobs in the actual workforce. So basically, this is the actual environment is created in the classroom, and employees use the same material, same files, same equipments which they will be using on their workplace. So this kind of training is generally suitable for highly sophisticated, highly technical areas where, like, you cannot just start working like that. You need to have training, and that too in an absolutely similar or same environment. So, like, doctors just don't go ahead and treat a patient like that. They, do dummy surgeries much before they learn a surgery. uh, like someone when traveling to space, they just don't go directly to the space. They are given an environment where they feel like being in space, and they react and they learn in surviving in that kind of atmosphere. So vestibule training is actually a very sophisticated environment which is provided to the student so that he can feel at work with just the same equipments, with just the same work floor, where he can have similar situations which might be risky at times at his active workplace. Now the next thing to understand is training and development. So we have understood training so far, but we need to understand what is development. Training is concerned with imparting technical knowledge in doing a particular job, but development is a wider process concerned with growth of an individual in all the respects. If you are given training for a job, that means you will be equipped to do that particular job. But development is a wider process which includes all the trainings you have received all your life, and it has made you the person which you are right now. However, both are related process. Training helps an employee in learning job skills, where development shapes attitude of the employees. So development is basically the outcome of all the work experience, all different kinds of training, all different kind of work, your upbringing. It's the combination of everything. But training is a very short term, it's a very narrow zone where you will only be, equipping yourself with the skills which you need for doing one particular piece of work amazingly. So this is training and development. Now we will understand the difference between these two definitions. It means imparting skills and knowledge doing a particular job, and development, it means growth of an employee in all respects. Purpose, it is concerned with maintaining and improving current job performance. So once you are able to perform your current job properly through training, it has made training effective. uh, it seeks to develop competence and skill for future performance. But when you are training yourself, you are not only equipping yourself for the present job, but you are, if even if you will leave the organization after a few years, you will, take all the transferable skills, and that is your development. Methods, it is imparted through on the job methods generally, and it is imparted through off the job methods. Initiative, boss takes initiative for imparting training to the subordinate. Generally, when the need is felt by your superior, he initiates the training. And development, for your development, like for example, if I am already working in an industry and I feel like doing MBA, that will help me in my career growth. So it will be an overall development for me. But during the job, if my employer wants me to train myself in certain software which will help me in marketing, that will be the training which will help me to do my current job properly. So doing an MBA will be a development for me, and getting myself trained in certain kind of certain use of a software will help me will be a training for me. So I hope you understand how it works. Um, Development. The individual takes the initiative for self growth and development. So generally, in training, initiative is taken by the employer or the superior, and in development, generally, the person takes the initiative. Duration training programs are organized for a very short term, because it is just for the purpose of doing one piece of work perfectly. And development is not a small process. It takes the whole of a lifetime. So it's a large period of time of your life. So I'm sure this content is understood to all of you. And if you like the content, do let me know in your comments. And do not forget to like this video and share this video. Hope you all had a good time watching my video. Have a good day ahead. Thank you very much.